Hi everyone. Today I'm gonna be doing musculoskeletal assessment on Grace. So first I'm assessing the face for symmetrical, looking at everything. There is no edema or any if it's symmetrical. So now I'm palpating to see for any tenderness. If anything, do you feel any tenderness? No. So now I'm gonna also check for the intertemporal mandibular joint to see if there is any movement, is any sign. So I'm gonna, can you open your mouth, close it, open, close it. So there is movement up and down in the joint. So now I'm going to test for the range of motion of the neck. Can you move toward the side? Can you move toward the side? Can you move toward the back? Can you move toward the front? Now I'm going to test for the strength. Can you move your head towards this strength this side? Can you move your strength? Can you move towards the back? Can you move toward the down? That is full strength of the neck. So now I'm gonna do the spine examination. So I'm gonna look at the spine, the way it is. So I'm gonna check for tenderness of the spine. So I palpate the spine. Is there any tenderness? Do you feel any tenderness? Do you feel any pain? No. There is no pain on the muscle. So also I'm gonna check the vertebral muscle. So I want you to bend down. So I'm checking for paravertebral muscle all the way down, and everything looks symmetrical, no tenderness. Can you go up and down? Up, can you go down? Up, can you go down? So like I try to test for muscle go up. So there is full range of motion, there is no tenderness, and there is no abnormality. Do the inspection of the upper extremities. So I'm gonna look at the shoulder guard. So the shoulder looks symmetrical. There is no, maybe one is contour, one it looks symmetrical. And I'm gonna check for the height. So I'm gonna check for the waist, here. So everything looks symmetrical. There is no edema bilaterally. So and also I'm gonna check, palpate the shoulder and the elbow. So if there is any tenderness, I'm gonna palpate if there is any edema. So do you feel any pain on your shoulder all the way back? So there is no tenderness and on the shoulder. So also I'm gonna look at the elbow to palpate the elbow to see if there's any tenderness and there is no pain on the elbow. So the wrist also I'm gonna palpate the wrist to see that any tenderness or any edema. Also, I'm gonna check for firmness, if it's firm, and I'm gonna check for range of motion from the elbow. So can you raise your hand up? Can you press it down? Can you raise the other one? Both hands up and down. Can you point it to me? Point it to me. So now I want to test for strength. If there is strength, so can you lift it up? So there is strength. And can you just put it on? Can you bring it down? So there is strength. The strength is +4. And can you just do your wrist like this? Just twist. There is range of motion on your finger, on your elbow. So there is range of motion in the hand, in the elbow, in the shoulder. So my patient, can you do like this? My patient can move all the shoulder. So there is full range of motion, which is +5. So I'm gonna test for filing sign and tying sign. So I want you to just give me a hand like this. So do you feel any pain? No. So it's negative sides of tiling and filing sign. So now I'm gonna do the examination of the lower extremities. So I'm gonna inspect the legs. I'm gonna inspect the digits of the nose. So I'll look at it. So there's a capital fill, and I'm checking for if there's any edema, if there's any pain. Do you feel any pain? No. All through, there's no pain, and so there is no numbness, and also there is no, everything looks symmetrical. And I want to check the alignment. I've checked the alignment, everything looks symmetrical, and the number of digits I palpate it. So the hips and the knees and the ankle and the feet, were stable. There is no deformities and there is no tenderness There is no edema when I palpate the whole thing. So now I'm gonna test for range of motion. So I'm gonna do one. So I'm gonna do for bilaterally. So can you raise your leg up? Can you raise it down? Okay. Can you raise it down? So now I'm gonna test for the strength. So can you raise it up? Okay. So now I'm gonna pull my hands behind. Can you try to pull it down? And okay. So there is full range of motion bilaterally. So and what about your knees? Can you bend your knees? Can you bend the other one? Can you do the other one? Okay, so the knees, there's no problem with the knees joint and the strength. Also, can I test for the can you pull it up? Okay, the other one. So there is full strength in those lower extremities. So the muscle, all the lower extremity, the strength is high. So now I'll be testing for cranial nerves, which is my patient is a lot oriented. So I'm testing for the cranial nerve one, which is the smell. So I want you to just close your nose and blow one out. Blow it. All right. So I want you to close your eyes with your nose, one block. I want you to smell this. What do you smell?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. So my patient can able to smell. So I move to cranial nerve two, which is the visual, the acuity, and also the peripheral vision. So I'm just gonna show you this little thing. Can you read what is here?
Thank you. Remember, you are your child's most important teacher.
So I can able to test the vision of my patient. So I'm gonna go to cranial nerve 3, 4, 6, which is to check the pupils, the rasta size, the shape, and if it's equal, the constriction, and also the accommodation. So looking at the pupil, okay, can you just let me see your eyes? So looking at it, so it's equal bilaterally. So I'm gonna check for reaction, the constriction, and also check for accommodation. So there is constriction, and I'm gonna check for accommodation and also constriction. So I want you to look at this. Don't move your head. Just follow the direction where this thing goes to. Okay. So I'm gonna check for accommodation. So everything looks good. So I'm gonna go to the cranial nerve, nerve 5, which is check for facial sensation. So which I've already checked that it's facial sensation, and I also check for cranial nerve 7, which is the facial symmetrical raise of eyebrow, popping of the cheek. Can you just raise your eyebrow? Can you pop your cheek? Can you blow it up? Can you smile? Can you open your mouth? Yeah, so I was able to test for that and everything looks good. So I go to cranial nerve 8, which is hearing whisper test. So I want you to block it here.
Friday.
So my patient was able to hear, and also go to cranial nerve 9 and 10, which is gag reflex. So I want you to open your mouth. So I was able to test for gag reflex, so there is presence of gag reflex. So I'm going to cranial nerve 11, which is the shoulder and the muzzle, and I was able to do that. So can you just raise your shoulder? Yeah, so there is strength. Can you move your neck like this? Can you move your neck? So I tested it earlier, and so there is strength and everything looks good. So I go to cranial nerve 12, which is inspect the tongue, and also movement is symmetrical. So can you stick your tongue out? Can you move the other side up and down, up and down? So now I want you to push your tongue towards my side. Okay, and the other side. So everything looks good, symmetrical. Can you say la 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 la?
La 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 la.
Say la 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 la.
La 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 la.
Okay, so everything looks good. So there's strength and everything. So now I'm gonna check for the motor sensory, just to check for motor system. So I'm gonna check for the gait of my patient. So I want my patient using the Romberg balance just to check the gait, and using the Romberg and the pronunciation. So I want you to just walk like that. zigzag, and come back, zigzag. So my patient have a steady gait. So, and I'm just gonna say, can you hoop up one leg, hoop, like hoop on your leg, and then hoop on the second leg? Can you walk on your toe? Just walk on your toe all the way. Just walk on your toe. Okay. Can you walk back on your toe? All right. So my patient have a steady gait with no complaint. So I'm gonna check for the sensory system just to see if my patient can feel pain bilaterally. So can you just stretch your hand? So I'm gonna use like a needle to pinch. Can you feel?
Yeah.
The same way you feel this one, the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my patient can feel pain sensory, and so now I'm gonna do the stenosis test. So I want my patient to close your eyes and stretch your hands. So I'm gonna put something in your hand. I want you to identify it without looking at it.
Fine.
Okay. So my patient was able to identify that is a coin. So I have a caliper in my hands, and I want to test for 2-point discrimination and graphite here. So I want my patient. So I'm gonna put this caliper in your hands, and I want you to tell me. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to tell me if you are feeling one touch or you are feeling two touch.
One touch. Two. One. Two.
So my patient was able to identify the touch. So I'm gonna do the model. Just want to do the deep tendon reflex. Then I'm gonna do the bicep. So just okay. So there is a. So I'm doing the tricep. So you see a movement, which is a reflex right there. So I'm gonna check the brachiodalis tendon reflex. So right here, just right there. So you're gonna see the movement. So you want to show them in the camera and just relax. So now I'm gonna check for the patella. So I'm gonna see. So there is a reflex right there, and that ends my assessment. Thank you.